So first of all, David, just tell me, what it means for you to be able to come back here this summer and play with the Strykers here in your hometown.
It means a lot. I mean, going back up east to Georgetown is far away from home, and it's always nice to come back to the Woodlands and get back to this nice heat, because we didn't get much of that back up east.
Definitely. So you miss the heat? You miss the humidity down here?
I mean a little bit. When you're wearing coats every day outside, even in April, yeah, you get a little homesickness.
All right. So I guess it just comes with you grew up in this and you're not used to all that cold stuff, right? I guess.
No, yeah, I was born here, so
yeah.
I've 18 years in the same house, 19 years in the same house. So going up east was a big change for me.
Definitely. What do you like? Obviously you haven't been with the team too long yet, but what do you like about playing for the Strykers and being here in this ballpark with these guys?
It's just a very chill environment. I mean, Coach Jon's just a great guy, and they never really you come just play some ball and that's it. It's not, you don't really get into any politics or anything like that. It's just you play ball, so which I love. Definitely.
Now, they're pitching pretty well in your freshman season at Georgetown. What are some of the things that you were focused on working on this summer?
Developing a third pitch, my changeup. I worked a little bit on that because I got 9 or 10 starts up at Georgetown, and I noticed the changeup's a big part of the game. And definitely just getting back my slider, the tight spin on my slider, and trying to gain a couple miles per hour. I mean, there's always something to work on with pitching.
Gotcha. What was it like going up there to Georgetown and getting to play Division I baseball, in your true freshman season, getting that opportunity?
I mean, it was great. I mean, I didn't think I would have such a big role as I did. I mean, I became the Saturday starter and then did a little relieving. So it was great meeting, playing with upperclassmen, playing with guys that are 20, 21 years old and facing them up at bat. I mean, that was just a great atmosphere. And we didn't go to Omaha, but we played Creighton at TD Ameritrade, and that was really cool because you get to go in the locker rooms and everything.
Yeah.
And it was just a great environment to play baseball. So now when I'm watching the College World Series, I'm just like, hey, I'll go to Omaha junior year, but maybe not for the College World Series, but I'll play Creighton again.
Definitely. A little bit of motivation maybe getting to play in that ballpark?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just a whole different type of, I guess, baseball. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I like the stands to be filled a little more. I mean, there were only 2,000 or 3,000 last time, but yeah, it's great. It's great, definitely.
Definitely. Your first career collegiate start is South Dakota State, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
What was that like, as you're preparing to go out on the mound, that day? What was going through your mind? What were your emotions? What were you kind of feeling?
I just kind of went into like every other start. I mean, the good thing about my first start, it was in Florida, and there weren't a lot of people there. So, I mean, it wasn't as pressuring as I thought it'd be. Of course, I had the coaches breathing down my neck, to see how I'd do. And I'd only been in a couple relieving roles, and I had one good relieving appearance. So going into that start, I just really wanted to make a good impression. I mean, that was probably the most nerves I had. I mean, I just wanted to make a good impression because once you come into a program, they don't know what you're like on the mound. Gotcha. So, I mean, really that first impression is what really gets you another start. So there's a lot of nerves going on.
Definitely. And speaking of those nerves, how do you in that situation, how do you put that aside and just say, okay, I just got to go out there and pitch?
I mean, that's the question for every pitcher. I definitely have to say, once you get on the mound and you're doing your warm-up pitches and you throw that first pitch to the first batter, I mean, it's all a game then. You just got to think of it as a game. You can't think of it as like you're going to die out there, You just got to think I'm going to do as best I can and see where that goes.
Definitely. You mentioned this before, being far away from home as a freshman. What kind of adjustments? You talked about the weather, and obviously that's a big adjustment for you. But what other kind of adjustments did you have to make? Being that far away from home and realizing what the life of a college baseball player is like.
As much as it sounds like a mama's boy comment, I mean, you don't have anybody doing your laundry. You have to do a lot of things by yourself, which is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgetown's not easy academically, so I definitely had to get on top of my academics, get some tutors. I mean, I needed help. I mean, I took accounting and biz stat during my first spring season. That was tough for me. So, I mean, trying to balance that plus getting mentally ready for pitching at a D1 level was tough. But I mean, going back next year, I have an idea of what I'm supposed to do. And in my coach's evaluation at the end of the year, Coach Wilk asked me, what was the biggest adjustment for you? And that was definitely trying to balance academics and baseball at the same time without anybody really there to help me out.
Gotcha. And speaking of your parents, what's kind of been their advice to you as you were going through all that? I'm sure you kept in contact with them pretty often, but how were they able to help you through that, even with the long distance?
My mom was more like the caregiver. She was just like trying to give me sympathy and stuff like that. My dad, on the other hand, just like, that's work. You got to go out there. I go to work every day, wake up at 5 in the morning. You don't see me complaining. So it was just one of those things you have to get through. It's not, there's definitely great memories along the way in college. I don't have to worry about a paycheck or anything, but definitely both parents were on my side for sure.
Definitely. What do you like most about the Georgetown baseball program? Obviously you've been through the program, you've been through the school for a year now. What do you like about it most?
Like it comes back to that question about, being on your own. I feel like the Georgetown program doesn't baby you at all. You're going there to play baseball and get a good education. It's not like you're going to get babied through your education either. And a lot of the guys there have the same attitude. So all the guys that go there are going for academics. Baseball comes second. So that was like a big thing for me because everyone is studying, everyone's doing that. I'm not really pushed into like peer pressures, and because everyone knows what we're trying to do there.
Gotcha. How did your career at College Park and with Coach Washburn prepare you for the next level?
Every start I got at College Park prepares you for college. Definitely a lot of the alumni came back for College Park and talked about their collegiate careers, and that helped a bunch. And Coach Washburn's always been on my side, so that it's been really helpful for me.
Definitely. Did you call on him for advice at all through that freshman season? And how is your relationship with him kind of extended past your high school days?
We didn't talk much at the beginning of the season, but I think that's because I didn't really put myself out there to because I'm kind of a loner in that sense. I just kind of want to get through things.
Gotcha.
On my own. I kind of think I don't need help type thing. But at the end of when I came back, I always knew that there was baseball to be played, and I needed some innings just before I got out here so I could throw to a few batters. And he was willing to sacrifice his period to let me pitch to a few batters. So I know he's on my side. So that's good. He's not going to leave me out to dry.
Definitely.